I want to start talking about the fire element and why meditation, I believe, has become prominent right at this time. So, as you know, we've been in the metal element season, and I've been feeling the metal element characteristics big time. And I would imagine that you have too. So, the metal element most prominently is diligence and perseverance and virtuous effort, and it's connected with our vision and our purpose. And so the reason we're about, let's see, September, we're getting into a month and a half, a good halfway through the metal element season of autumn. And so just you think in practically speaking, you're exercising that persistent effort and diligence. What happens is you may burn out, you might get tired. And that's where the fire element steps in to check the metal element. So if you've listened to previous sessions, you know that the five elements have a generative cycle or a creative cycle, and they also have a destructive or balancing cycle. And I like the term balancing or checking because they're really always supporting each other, and you can use either cycle to help support any element. The fire element, the key virtue of that is meditation. And that's what we'll use in practice to check some of the imbalances in the metal element. And I like to use, for me personally, a symbol of metal that I like to imagine for my metal element energy is like a sword, just a strong blade, or any metal tool. It could be a shovel. That metal element is very symbolic of that hard work and perseverance. But if you're, like I was mentioning, if you're chopping wood or digging into the earth or slicing with the sword, what is going to happen if you're too persistent or if you lose that connection with your purpose, if you just kind of lose that spark and inspiration, then the dullness begins to occur. The blade's going to chip or it will get uh, broken or shattered in some way. And so I really love this analogy, and in this particular instance of one element checking another, because the fire makes so much sense to be checking metal. Because once that blade gets damaged in any way or out of shape, then you can use the metal, to heat that, or excuse me, use the fire to heat up the metal, and then it's able to become reformed and sharpened, and then it becomes more effective. So that whatever you're persisting in or enduring in, you're going to be that much more effective again. And so the way that meditation, the way the fire element does that is through meditation. And another key component of the metal element is discernment. And so first, really, with meditation, it helps us calm down. It helps focus our attention. It brings focus and concentration. And it first allows us to let go. So, as we're working along and being diligent, things can still come up and cloud our purpose. It can cloud why we're doing this work. Other things can pop into the mental field and just cloud the vision, cloud the inspiration, and cloud the spark of what we're pursuing. And so meditation first just calms and focuses so that we can really just let things go. Again, is another piece of metal. And just like the leaves from the trees, we let those things that don't really make the picture of our vision, just letting those fall away so we can see our vision and what we're pursuing more clearly again. And rest and revitalize too, because that's as the energy relaxes and we let go and the leaves fall down, it allows that fire energy to sink into the abdomen and help restore our vitality.